Welcome to Everyday Cooking with Ann. Today we're going to be making pumpkin gingerbread trifle. And we've already made a portion of this recipe by making this 3 ginger cake, which I put into the freezer until we were ready to make this trifle for a nice little holiday dinner party. Okay, so let me tell you how we put this whole thing together. And let me show you the ingredients. I've already made up just the Jell-O cook and serve. This is not instant pudding. This is a pudding that you have to cook. And it's very simple because you just put 3 cups of milk in a saucepan and you add the ingredients of the Jell-O pudding and stir until it bubbles, and then it's finished, and then you wait for it to cool, which I've already taken care of. That's already done right now. So here's our pudding in our saucepan. We're also going to be adding a teaspoon of ground cinnamon and also a ½ a cup of brown sugar, along with a can of pumpkin pie mix. Now this is not the Libby's pumpkin puree that you make your own pumpkin pie out of. This has everything in it that you need, and you don't need to cook it either. So we're not going to be cooking that as well. We're also going to be, I've already put together some whipped cream, which is stabilized whipping cream. You can use Cool Whip if you want, or something at the store like that that's ready-made, but that's never my preference. I always choose to make my own whipped cream, and we're going to be layering all of this into a trifle. And to top it off, we will be putting on some crushed ginger snaps right here. Okay, so this is the easy part. I've already prepped everything pretty much easily. I've already made this cake ahead of time, and it's a really good idea if you're planning on doing this for a holiday dinner to go ahead and make this ahead of time, because then you don't want to be overwhelmed with doing too much, okay, at one time. So to do this, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 quick teaspoon of ground cinnamon into my pudding mixture. Okay, and I'm going to be putting in the brown sugar that I just mentioned. I think I'm going to use my other thing. And then I'm going to put in this whole can. It's 30 ounces of this pumpkin pie filling. I'm going to mix this up. This is all being mixed up with the vanilla pudding that we had. We've already cooled it on the stove, so it's got the brown sugar, the cinnamon, and the pumpkin pie filling, and oh, it looks delicious actually. Doesn't have vanilla in it. I did put vanilla into the whipping cream, and I put a ½ a cup of powdered sugar to make that ahead of time. You can find that on my channel too if you just look up stabilized whipping cream, and a little bit of meringue powder holds it together so that it doesn't break down when you're using it and not using it that day, and you need to keep it fresh and stabilized. You want to be able to do that. Okay, now to make the trifle, what I've done is cut like just a ½ inch size of the cake, each little thing, each slice of this cake, and you're going to put it in the bottom of the trifle bowl. This is going to be our first layer. There we go. And then we're going to put in a third of this filling on top. Okay, well, thinks that looks about right to me. Then I'm going to add just plop some whipping cream in here. Okay. Now we're going to be adding some more cake. So we're going to layer this 3 times. Now I guess you could break this up into crumbs, but this is how the recipe talks about it, just putting it right in here in little layers about a ½ an inch thick. And putting on the next layer of pumpkin mixture with the pudding. Layer it with a little bit more whipped cream. Okay, I'm putting on the next layer of pumpkin mixture with the pudding. Layer it with a little bit more whipped cream. Okay, I'm going to add the other layer of pumpkin. Now you're going to want to chill this thoroughly. This is a really great recipe that was given to me by my really awesome friend Kim, who is a gourmet cook, and she has served this many times at holiday parties, and everybody requests the recipe. So this is why I have it now as well. So we're going to plop some more cream on top to finish it off. Now when I made this whipped cream, I made 2 cups of whipping cream and a half a cup of brown sugar. I mean a half a cup of powdered sugar. Okay, I'm not going to be able to spread this the whole way around. But let me take this and clean this out so we get all of it. Okay, and to top off that, we will put our crushed ginger snaps on top. So many ways to do ginger. I use 3 different types of ginger in the cake. And then we have the pumpkin trifle. Okay, then we're going to refrigerate this until ready to serve. This will feed quite a few people.